We are talking today about swim safety, as we often do this time of year. We are going to start with Brooke Bennett, who is an Olympic champion. It's so important to remember that accidents can happen throughout the summer and all year round, so we need to keep swim lessons and how to prevent tragedies top of mind. So Brooke Bennett, as I mentioned, gold medalist, is here to talk about what we can do to keep our kids safe this summer. So thanks so much for joining us.
Absolutely, and it's a great topic, of course, in May being National Water Safety Month. I know Monday you guys had my dear friend in, Rowdy Gaines, talking about it.
Did. So we're all about the Olympics here.
I love it, and we're keeping the topic of water safety fresh in our minds as we go into Memorial Day weekend and, of course, the summer. And I'm, very lucky and blessed that I have the opportunity to share this. And I work with the foundation CFY Pinellas now, who has been in Pinellas County since 1972, funding for youth athletics and education. And in 22, when I came on board, I've had the opportunity to partner with Pinellas County schools and with local cities and communities to do water safety lessons to Title I children during their actual school day. So what makes this program so different is that next barrier of you can research and find swim lessons through your local communities and cities at a great reduced cost, but you still have to get your kids to those lessons. And for some families, that's another challenge. So the partnership with Pinellas County Schools and working to get the permission slip signed by the parents, working with the City of Clearwater, working with the City of St. Pete, and continuing to expand that. We're serving 6 schools, almost 300 students per school, and they're going during their school day. We're busing them to the pool. They get their water safety lessons, and then they return back to school for their school day.
Yeah, that's amazing that you're able to do this during like a PE class, which is what it should be. And we were talking earlier how, when it comes to swim lessons and swim safety, it's not really an option. It's not like, oh, I'll put my kids in soccer, I'll put my kids in dance. Swim lessons, especially early on, is a must for everyone, especially here in Florida.
Absolutely. And the drowning rate in Florida is 3 times higher than the national average. And unfortunately, there are many days that we turn on the news and there's a story being reported. And it's not just your pools, it's not just your beaches, it's retention ponds. There's accidents that happen in bathtubs. So you are absolutely, our kids are going to want to do soccer. They're wanting to
yesterday was underwater first.
Yes, or whatever. Swim lessons are one thing, but think water safety before you get to the swimming. And it really needs to be a part of your child's development from the time I say moms are getting pregnant. It needs to be in the back of your mind. When am I going to start them? Ideally, the sooner the better, right around that first birthday, depending on when they're bored. And then do your research. I mean, there are swim instructors that come to your home if you have a pool. There are swim lessons and there's swim vouchers out there if financially it is going to be hard for you to afford it. And then again, that's why this program with CFY Pinellas and Pinellas County Schools, because there is no cost to these Title I children. And we don't want families to not do water safety lessons because it is the rent, it is the food bill, it is all those other bills before this. But every child needs to learn water safety and understand their barriers and have the conversation, even as your kids, even if you don't think that they're ready, they still understand us and we can still communicate to them even as toddlers, as in don't go out to the pool if you have a pool at home, have the barrier fences around, and those are things that are going to educate your kids as you get them ready to take those water safety lessons.
What other tips do you have? A lot of us, are going to the pools and, it's a social thing, right? Parents are talking. What other advice do you have? I recently, saw something where, you should put a parent in charge maybe every 30 minutes or so, a different parent to just watch the pool. That seemed like a good idea.
So that's one option, and what we're seeing a lot of, and actually I get reached out a lot through social media and I see it through the moms groups, is look into hiring a lifeguard to come to your birthday party, because so many times the parents want to socialize and it's a time for the parents to catch up and let their kids play. So hiring a lifeguard to come in during a 3-hour party, even if you're hosting the party, reach out to other parents and say, hey, can we all chip in $10 to pay that lifeguard. And the lifeguards, look, we're there. I've done them too. I love them when they fit into my schedule.
Yeah.
We play games with the kids, and it's our job to constantly keep our eyes on the children
Right.
to allow the parents to kind of enjoy the party as well. We're getting into beach season, right? So most of our Pinellas County beaches are guarded. Remember, Clearwater Beach is one of the most beautiful beaches in the state. It is the only beach in Pinellas County that is guarded 365 days a year. So if you're going to the beach, especially Clearwater Beach, go right next to the lifeguard towers. We're there. We've got the areas guarded off. We're watching your kids from 10 o'clock until 5 o'clock. Again, you can relax a little bit. And also, if you're going to use a safety device, look that it is Coast Guard approved.
Okay.
Right? It is not the crutch of I'm going to put my child in a puddle jumper and that's the water safety lesson.
Right.
That's for your boating. That's for being at the beaches with more surf. But always look for the seal of Coast Guard approved. It's gone through various different regulations to be safe for our kids, and look at the weight.
Perfect.
The weight requirement is very key.
Yeah.
And for those infants, there is not a life vest that is going to protect them because they can't
right.
hold their heads up.
Yeah.
So just use all of those protective barriers to keep you and your kids safe during the summer.
Yes, thank you. Such important reminders, especially this time of year. Thank you.
And we do have, I'm going to give you one gift real quick. I know we got to go.
Yeah.
So all of our kids in the CFY Water Safety Program receive a shirt.
I love it.
This year's
so bright,
shirt
too.
was named after the Fred Fisher Water Safety Program. He was the founder of CFY Pinellas and passed away last September. So we have renamed the Water Safety Program after him for his importance of youth development and children in Pinellas County. So this is yours.
Thank
and
you.
Java, don't worry,
Yes,
I have one for you as well.
Yes. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And again, if you want to sign up for swim lessons or get more tips, you can just head to cfypinellas.org.